Hi, I'm Josh McKenna, and I am going to share my testimony. I grew up in a Christian home. I was adopted at 3 weeks old by two wonderful parents. My mom is a very good, dynamic Christian, and she adopted me. And I was diagnosed with neurofibromatosis at a very young age, which pretty much is a disease which affects my learning and my nerves. And when I went to elementary school, my doctors told me that I would not graduate high school because I had this severe learning disability. And elementary school was very tough for me because I was bullied for my speech impairment and not being able to learn as fast as my classmates. And at 6 weeks old, I asked Christ into my heart. At a very young age, I knew that I loved Jesus. And he has gotten me through some very hard things. He has just always been there for me, even when I don't deserve him. And he has just blessed my life so much. And when I went to elementary school, for instance, when I graduated from elementary school and moved into middle school, I met this really, really good teacher that has guided me through some very difficult things. She has just always been there for me, and she is still in my life today. And she is just a very, very wonderful person. And when I graduated from middle school, I moved from Florida to Michigan because Florida had a really terrible school system that just wasn't good. I had to take the standardized test that said if I don't pass the standardized test, that I wouldn't move into high school. So, needless to say, I moved states to be close to family. And when I moved to Michigan, I just made a lot of friends and I just excelled socially. I was not socially awkward like I was before. I just made tons of friends, and I actually graduated high school, even though previously I was told I would not graduate high school. And I just give all the glory to God to that I was able to graduate high school. And then once I graduated high school, I moved to Minnesota. Minnesota, when I first moved to Minnesota, it was very hard for me because I didn't have any friends. I had to leave all my friends from high school behind, and it was just very, very difficult. But then I went to a church, and this guy just randomly sat next to me, and it was a God thing because he is normally up in the tech booth running lights, and he happened to have this exact day off when I happened to be at this church at a very difficult time in my life. And he ever since he sat next to me, I've had blessing after blessing, and he's just been a very good friend to me ever since I moved to Minnesota. And I went to a very good community college, and I I was in the honor society once I was in this college because I got really good grades in this college, and I was in the honor society and Phi Theta Kappa. And because of my good grades and because of my honor society and Phi Theta Kappa, I got to go to the University of Northwestern, which is a very, very good Christian college. And I got a very good scholarship to this college because of my good grades and because I was able to excel in this community college. And yeah, God has just been a very good blessing to me. I give all the glory to God that I was able to graduate at high school and go to a very good community college. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do anything.